remainder theorem and factor theorem. Remainder theorem. If f of x is a polynomial, if f of x is a polynomial, and A belongs to R, divided by x minus A, then the remainder is f of A. If f of x is a polynomial and A belongs to R divided by x minus A, then the remainder is f of A. Using division algorithm, f of x equal to x minus A into q of x plus r of x, where q of x is a quotient polynomial, q of x is a quotient polynomial, and r of x is a remainder polynomial. R of x is a remainder polynomial. What you can say about the degree of remainder? What you can say about the degree of remainder?
Always less than 1.
Always 1.
Always less than the degree of what? Divisor. Here divisor is what? X minus A. Now x minus A degree is 1. So that means it must be a what? Constant. Right? Here
Sir,
the
can
degree
the
of
degree not
remainder,
be equal to that of the divisor?
it will be always less than only. Right? Here the degree of remainder is always less than the degree of divisor. Degree of divisor. Now, f of A equal to, now what is f of A will become now? A minus A into q of A plus r of A. Now this first term will be what? 0. So r of A equal to what? F of A. That is remainder equal to f of A. That is what the statement, remainder theorem. If f of x is a polynomial and A belongs to R divided by x minus A, then the remainder is f of A. Next, factor theorem. Factor theorem. X minus A is a factor of f of x if and only if f of A equal to 0. X minus A is a factor of f of x if and only if f of a equal to 0. What is the meaning of if and only if? Is if x minus a is a factor, then f of a equal to 0, and if f of a equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor. Can you conclude this statement from the division algorithm? What you have written before.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If f of a
Good,
equal to 0 means this will be 0, then x minus a is a factor. If x minus a is a factor, then this has to be 0. So that is f of a has to be 0. Right, all of you? Equation when the roots are known. Equation when the roots are known. Quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta. Quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta. X minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. Because once alpha is a root, x minus alpha is a factor, x minus beta is also a factor. That means the equation can be obtained quadratic equation just to multiply the product of the factors. Now expand this. X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. That is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Equal to 0. Next, cubic equation whose roots are alpha, beta, gamma. Tell me anybody how to write.
X square minus, sorry, x cube minus alpha plus
First
beta
write,
plus gamma.
first write in factors, after that go for expansion. That is x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma equal to 0. Now you go for the expansion.
X cube minus alpha
X
plus
cube
beta.
minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into what? X square plus
Alpha beta beta gamma.
alpha beta beta gamma gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma equal to 0.
0.
Now, in abbreviated form, I can write as x cube minus s1 x square plus s2x minus s3 equal to 0, where s1 corresponds to sum of the roots, s2 corresponds to sum of the products of the roots taken two at a time, s3 is product of the roots.
Bojit, please mute.
Have you understood the notation? S1
Yes,
is sum
sir.
of the roots, S2 is sum of the products taken two at a time, S3 is product of the roots. Next, biquadratic equation. Biquadratic equation, or another name is quartic. Biquadratic equation or quartic whose roots are alpha 1 alpha 2, alpha 3, and alpha 4. X minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha 3, x minus alpha 4 equal to 0. Now expand. So if you are able to observe the notation, you can write in terms of notation and then write what are those. So it will be like x power 4 minus s1 x cube plus s2 x square minus s3x plus s4 equal to 0. Where s1 is sum of the roots, which you can write in sigma notation as sigma alpha I equal to 1 to 4. That is alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 plus alpha 4. S2 means sum of the products taken 2 at a time. List out all possible terms. All possible terms. That is alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 1, alpha 3, alpha 1, alpha 4 plus alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 2, alpha 4, alpha 3, alpha 4. Now check how many terms are there.
6.
6. Now this you can write in sigma notation as sigma alpha I, alpha j, I less than j 1 to 4. Now check whether I understood the notation of the sigma or not. Sigma alpha I, alpha j, I less than j, and they are from 1 to 4. Now here I you cannot take 1 1 because it must be I less than j, but you can take 1 2. That is what the first term. So 1 2 is possible, 1 3 is possible, 1 4 is possible. After that 2 1 you cannot take, 2 2 also you cannot take, 2 3, 2 4, and 3 4. Yes 3. That is sum of the products taken 3 at a time. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 4 plus alpha 1, alpha 3, alpha 4. Now, if anybody has a disturbance, then mute it. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 4 plus alpha 1, alpha 3, alpha 4. That is with alpha 1, all possibilities are over. Plus alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4. Now, so how many terms? Only 4. This you can write as in sigma notation, sigma alpha I, alpha j, alpha k, I less than j, less than k, 1 to 4. If you observe the suffixes, then you can able to understand the sigma notation. What is left out is S4. S4 means product of all the roots. So alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4. This also you can write in product alpha I equal to 1 to 4. That the symbol for product is what? Pi. So pi denotes product and sigma denotes the sum. So alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4. And this can be extended for any number of roots. Written all of you?
Yes, sir.
What does pi donate?
Product. That is alpha 1 into alpha 2 into alpha 3 into alpha 4. But here
Yes,
write the
sir.
bigger symbol pi. not the small symbol.
Yes.
Is it visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Next, relation between the roots and coefficients. Relation between the roots and coefficients. Relation between the roots and coefficients. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now, if I consider the roots as alpha and beta, I can express this as x minus alpha into x minus beta into some constant k. But that constant must be same as coefficient of x square. So here coefficient of x square is a. So I should take this as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Now, check all of you whether you understood this or not.
Yes, sir.
Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is identically equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Now you compare the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x and constant term on both sides. Coefficient of x square will be the same only. Now compare the coefficient of x on both sides. So coefficient of x, left side is b. In the right side, coefficient of x minus a into alpha plus beta. That means alpha plus beta you will get as minus b by a. This you know already, but we are deriving in another way. Next, equate the constant term on both sides. Constant term on the left side is c, and the constant term on the right side is a into alpha beta, which implies alpha beta equal to c by a. Second, let alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the cubic equation. Then we can write ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0 can be written as a into again x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. So alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the cubic equation. Then we can write as ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. That equal to a into x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. Now here also you have to write the coefficients and the relation between the roots. Now previously I have written this expansion already. But the expansion of this a into x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma. Coefficient of x cube is same on both sides. Now coefficient of x square, that is sum of the roots, s1 alpha plus beta plus gamma. What is this equal to? Minus b by a, that is minus coefficient of x square upon coefficient of x cube. S2, sum of the products taken two at a time, alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha equal to c by a, that is my plus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x cube. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Priyanshu, have you understood? Sachit, Ojas, Ankit, Samruddhi, Dhaval, Shervari.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me S3 now. S3 means what? Sum of the products taken all at a time means product of all the roots. Alpha, beta, gamma. What that equal to?
Minus d by
Minus d by a. That is minus constant term upon coefficient of x.
Sir, it should not be minus. It should not be minus. It should be
Check
d by a.
properly.
Sir, D by A.
Sir, it should be
Check
d by
properly,
a.
all of you.
minus d by only.
Yes,
Check properly. Here d is there. Here a into
Alternate.
minus alpha, beta, gamma. And you can remember easily also.
All three roots are
S1
negative.
always it will start with a minus, next plus, again minus. You can remember always. S1 start with a minus, S2 plus, S3 minus again. Next, let alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4 are the roots of biquadratic equation ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e equal to 0 can be written as a into x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha 3, x minus alpha 4. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4 are the roots of biquadratic equation ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus c equal to 0 can be written as a into x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha 3, x minus alpha 4. Now, previously I have written the expanded form. By using that, you can write directly the relation between the roots. S1 sigma alpha I equal to 1 to 4. Tell me what is S1 will become now.
Minus
B by
Minus b by a. That is minus coefficient of what?
X cube.
X cube upon coefficient of x power 4. Now, remember denominator always highest power coefficient only. Next, S2, sum of the products taken two at a time. Sigma alpha I, alpha j, I less than j, 1 to 4. Now, what is this equal to?
C by A.
d by
C by A. Right, that is also equal to coefficient of what? X square upon coefficient of x power 4. Next, S3 sigma alpha I, alpha j, alpha k, I less than j less than k 1 to 4. Tell me what is this equal to now?
Minus D
Minus D by A.
Minus D by
Minus D by A. What is left out?
E by
Yes, 4.
product of
Product of all the roots. That is product I equal to 1 to 4 alpha I. Now, what is this equal to now?
by
E by A.
E by A. Now, if you observe here also, S1 is starting with a minus sign, next S2 plus, again S3 minus, S4 plus. Let alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, and so on, alpha n. Let alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, and so on, alpha n are the n roots of the nth degree polynomial equation a0 x to the power of n plus a1 x to the power of n minus 1, a2 x to the power of n minus 2, and so on, an equal to 0, equal to x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, and so on, x minus alpha n. Then S1, sum of the roots, sigma alpha I equal to 1 to n. What is this equal to now?
Minus A1 by A0.
Minus a1 by a0. S2, sum of the products taken 2 at a time, sigma alpha I, alpha j, I less than j, 1 to n. What is this equal to?
A2 by A0.
A2 by A0.
A2 by A0. S3, sum of the products taken 3 at a time, alpha I, alpha j, alpha k, I less than j, less than k, 1 to n. Now, tell me what is S3?
Minus A3 by A0.
Minus a3 by a0. Now, and so on. Last one, Sn. What is the meaning of Sn here? Sum of the products taken all at a time, which is same as product of all the roots. So phi I equal to 1 to n alpha I. Now, tell me what is this equal to?
Minus 1 to the power n
Minus 1
into
to the power n
N by A0.
Minus 1 to the power of n
An by A0.
an by a0.
A0.
Now, if you observe in this n, Sn, if I substitute n equal to 1, I should get the first one.
Yes.
In this, if I substitute 2, then I should get the S2. Check back verification. So if you remember Sn, then you can able to write all. You should remember all this. These are very important. Relation between the roots and the coefficients for different equations.
Sir, can you read out what you wrote in front of Sn?
Product I equal to 1 to n alpha I. That is pi symbol. Previously what you have written. Product I equal to 1 to n alpha I, that equal to minus 1 to the power of n into an upon a0. It and all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next. For a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a not equal to 0 and a comma b comma c belongs to R. For a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a not equal to 0 and a comma b comma c belongs to R. Alpha and beta are real roots of the equation. Alpha and beta are the real roots of the equation. Properties. Properties relating to roots and coefficients. Properties relating to roots and coefficients of the quadratic equation. Number 1. If a plus b plus c equal to 0, then the roots are, if a plus b plus c equal to 0, then the roots are, can you able to say?
Rational.
I am asking you the roots directly.
Minus b by 2a.
You have not understood properly.
Minus
If
1.
a plus b plus c equal to 0, then the roots are 1
Minus infinity to plus infinity.
and c by a. A plus b plus c equal to 0, then the roots are 1 and c by a. Now, observe all of you. When a plus b plus c equal to 0 means x equal to 1 is a root.
Yes, sir.
Is it x equal to 1 is a root?
Yes.
Yes,
Now you
sir.
apply product of the roots. So what the product of the roots becomes? 1 into alpha equal to c by a. That means the other root will be what? C by a. So whenever sum of the coefficients is 0, for the quadratic equation, you can say the roots directly as 1 and c by a. Have you understood the first property, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, second property. If a plus c equal to b, then the roots are
Minus 1 and minus c by a.
Minus
so
A and
a
minus
plus
C.
c equal to b means x equal to minus 1 will satisfy the equation. That means one root is minus 1. Then, but the another root will become now minus c by a, using product of the roots again. If the roots are opposite in sign, if the roots are opposite in sign,
b is equal to 0.
B is 0.
if the roots are opposite in sign, then
B
a
equal to-
and c are also opposite in sign. If the roots are opposite in sign, then a and c are also opposite in sign. Now, how to justify this is product of the roots. Alpha,
Sir, and
beta.
b equal to 0.
No.
Alpha and beta equal
That's
to
not
c
B,
by.
sir. Mod is
A
not
is, B is equal to 0.
When product of the roots are opposite in sign, means alpha, beta is what? Less than 0.
Yes.
When alpha, beta is less than 0 means c upon a is also less than 0. When c upon a less than 0 means If C is positive, A is negative. And if C is negative, A is positive, C positive, A negative. That means A and C must be what? Opposite in sign.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, roots are of same magnitude. Roots are of same magnitude but opposite in sign.
B is 0.
B is 0.
Roots are of same magnitude but opposite in sign. Then we can conclude as what? B equal to 0. Now, when roots are of same magnitude but opposite in sign, means alpha plus minus alpha. That is sum of the roots. But the sum of the roots will be minus B by A. That means B equal to 0. So roots are of same magnitude but opposite in sign. Then B equal to 0. Now, what the corresponding quadratic equation will become now? Ax square plus C equal to 0. Such a type of quadratic equation is called a pure quadratic. Such type of quadratic equation is called a pure quadratic. Remember, pure quadratic means coefficient of x must be 0. That means it will be in the form of ax square plus c equal to 0. And also, here it applies for the previous property also, because we have said what? Roots are of same magnitude, opposite in sign. Then what you can say about A and C?
They are opposite in
Opposite
They
in
sign.
are
sign.
also opposite in sign. Next, fifth property. Roots are reciprocal.
C is what?
Roots are reciprocal to each other.
A equals to C. Sorry.
Then, when roots are reciprocal to each other means what you can calculate?
Product is
of the
1.
roots. So product
Product
is
is
1.
1.
Then what you can conclude? C
A
equal
equals
to
to C.
equals to A.
C equal to A. Roots are reciprocal to each other. Then C equal to A. That is coefficient of x square and constant term must be equal. Sixth property. Both the roots are negative. Then A comma B comma C are of same sign. Both the roots are negative. Then A comma B comma C are of same sign. Now let us justify this. Calculate sum of the roots and product of the roots. So alpha plus beta is minus B by A. Alpha beta is what? C by A. Now what we have taken as both the roots are negative. When both the roots are negative means sum is negative. What about product?
Positive.
Positive. That means minus B by A is less than 0. That means what I can conclude about B by A?
Greater
B
than
by A is greater than 0. As well as C by A is also greater than 0.
same sign.
Now,
Same sign.
suppose if I take A positive, then I should take B also positive, C also positive. Suppose if I take A negative, then B also should be negative, as well as C also should be negative. That is what A, B, C are of same sign. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
7. Can you expect what is the next property that you can say?
Both roots are
A-
positive.
Positive.
Correct. Both the roots are positive, then can you guess the conclusion?
A and C are of same sign. B is of
Same
opposite
sign and B of
Ah,
opposite.
correct. A and C are of same sign, opposite to that of B. Or A minus B comma C are of same sign. Both the roots are positive, then A and C are of same sign, opposite to that of B, or A minus B comma C are of same sign. Now try to justify in the same manner using sum of the roots and product of the roots. So sum of the roots will be positive, product of the roots is also positive. That means minus B by A.
Is negative.
So minus B by A will be greater than 0,
Greater than 0.
as well as C by A is also greater than 0. When minus B by A is greater than 0 means B by A will be less than 0 and C by A will be greater than 0. Now if I take A is positive, B has to be negative. But when A is positive, C has to be positive. That means A and C are of same sign, opposite to that of B.
Sir, your screen is.
Any problem?
No, sir.
Next, eighth property. If one root is n times the another root, then
B square n equals to 4AC into n plus 1 whole square.
B square n equal to, say again,
4AC into
no,
Plus one whole
n
square.
plus
n
1 whole square into AC.
Okay, there is no 4.
Try to prove this, all of you. If one root is n times the another root, then B square n equal to n plus 1 whole square into AC. Check.
Yes.
Now, what are the roots you can take as now?
Alpha and beta. Alpha.
Alpha and n alpha can you take? Because one root is n times the another root. Right? Sum of the roots and product of the roots. So sum of the roots, alpha plus n alpha equal to minus B by A. That is alpha into 1 plus n equal to minus B by A. Alpha equal to minus B upon A into 1 plus n. Product of the roots. Alpha into n alpha equal to C by A. That is n into alpha square equal to C by A. N into, substitute alpha from this. Alpha square. So n into
B square by S.
B square upon A square into 1 plus n whole square equal to C by A. 1A gets cancelled. So B square n equal to n plus 1 whole square into AC. Are you writing?
Yes,
Well
sir.
Yes,
done.
sir.
Next. Ninth. If one root is square of the another, if one root is square of another root, then anybody knows?
Sir, we'll have to calculate.
Sir, deriving.
Now, shall I give answer or?
No, sir.
Sir,
Okay,
we'll derive.
derive and tell me. If one root is square of another root, then so take the roots as alpha and alpha square. Calculate sum of the roots and product of the roots and then eliminate alpha. Alpha plus alpha square minus b by a. Alpha into alpha square c by a. That is alpha cube equal to c by a. Now, how to eliminate alpha? Cubing on both sides. Alpha plus alpha square whole cube equal to minus b by a whole cube.
So BQ plus A square C plus AC square equals 3ABC.
So BQ plus AC square plus A square C equals to 0.
For the conclusion,
BQ plus AC into A plus C equals to 0.
a square c plus ac square equal to
B square.
3abc minus
minus
bq. Check, are you getting this or not from
Yes,
this?
sir.
Try to remember. If one root is square of the another root, then a square c plus ac square equal to 3abc minus bq. Who are not able to derive, see the board. Is it visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Can you able to guess next property?
Cube of another root.
Now, instead of cube, let us go for nth.
Alpha
Right.
and alpha power n.
If one root is
Square root of
nth power of another root. If one root is nth power of another root, then try to prove this. A to the power of n c whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1 plus a c to the power of n whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1 plus b equal to 0. Check, is this correct or not?
So 1 second.
If the roots differ by unity, if the roots differ by unity, then discriminant is a perfect square. Check whether this property is correct or not. If the roots differ by unity, then discriminant is a perfect square. Have you understood the meaning? Modulus of alpha minus beta equal to 1. Now square it and simplify. So alpha minus beta whole square equal to 1. This you can express in terms of alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta equal to 1. Now, what is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. So b square by a square minus 4c by a equal to 1. That is b square minus 4ac equal to a square. Now, from this, can you conclude? Discriminant is a perfect square.
Sir, if A is rational.
Whatever may be, a square, when you say it is a perfect square, no? Discriminant you are expressing as a square of a. Means it is a perfect square. Next.
Sir, but if A is a complex number, then
If A
In the
is root
beginning, what
3,
you have written? In the beginning, what you have written? Check.
sir,
See
it
the board.
was ABC belongs to real.
Then don't ask anything about complex.
Sir, if
We are
A
just-
is sir, if A is root 3, then
A is
root 3.
now. What is the meaning of real?
Root 3
Is
is
it
also there.
root 3 is not real?
It is also real.
Then
Sir, if A is root 3, then discriminant is equal to root 3 square, that is 3, which is not a perfect square.
you are not understanding the statement what is written. B square minus 4AC, you have written square of A. That itself means what? B square minus 4AC is a perfect square.
Okay, sir.
Sir, and if A is a cube root of 2?
Whatever may be A, your right side is what? Square of A. Whatever may be A, still it is a square only, no?
Yes, sir.
See, when I am writing B square minus 4AC equal to A square, can you say this is a perfect square or not?
Sir, it is just a square,
Yes.
not perfect square. No?
No, what is the meaning of A perfect square and a square? Whatever may be A, this is always A square.
Yes, sir.
So you are saying B square minus 4AC is a perfect square. Next. Condition for a common root. Condition for a common root. Condition for a common root of the quadratic equations a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0, a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equal to 0. Condition for common root of the quadratic equations.
Sir, can we try to find?
Okay.
It
Try.
is cross multiplication.
So it's
Do it.
cross multiplication.
Now, so when I take alpha is a common root, then by cross multiplication method, you can write as alpha square upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1, alpha upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1, 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Then alpha square you will get, alpha equal to you will get. Now you substitute alpha in alpha square. When I substitute alpha in alpha square, then c1 a2 minus c2 a1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon
A1, B2 minus
a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now from this, if I cancel one common factor, then c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 into a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is a condition for a common root. Condition for a common root. You need to remember this. And common root formula.
So we have to remember this.
If you want, you should remember. If you want to use it. Now, what is the common root formula? C1 A2 minus C2 A1 upon A1 B2 minus A2 B1. From this. R. Can you tell me one more formula for this common root?
Under root of
Under root
without
of
root.
b1 c2 plus b1 c2 minus b1 b2
From this
c1
condition
upon
you can write. From this condition you can write. So from this condition, what you can write? B1 C2 minus B2 C1 upon what? C1 A2 minus C2 A1. Check whether you understood second formula or not. This condition for a common root. Using the
Yes, sir.
condition for a common root, either you can write this or you can write this.
Yes.
If I equate both, then I'll get this. Either remember the formula or else remember the derivation. Written all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
one more last property. If both the roots are common, if both the roots,
Sir, the quadratic equation should be same only then.
if both the roots
Multiple.
are
No, not necessarily.
Coefficients are
Common.
proportional.
A2 is equal to B1
For-
upon is equal to C1 upon C.
A1x square plus B1x plus C1 equal to 0, A2x square plus B2x plus C2 equal to 0. Then, what's the conclusion?
A1
1
by
by A2 is equal
Coefficients
to
are in
B1
proportion.
proportion.
That is A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2. Remember that coefficients are in proportion.
मेरे लैपटॉप की चार्जिंग निकाल दे रहा हूँ.